What was your part?
I was a bass.
A bass.
Light a rose.
I love it.
That sends shivers through everyone.
I love it.
How are you?
I'm great.
You seem to be in a wonderful mood.
I'm in a fantastic mood. I am a geek fan of Tolkien.
Really?
So promoting this film is the easiest job I've ever promoted because I'm so excited about it anyway.
I have read all the books when I was younger, and even the National Lampoon version of the books.
Really?
Lord of the Rings. Yes.
I never even knew they existed.
They exist. Yeah, such a fun.
So do you can be honest.
I will be
honest.
honest.
Do you hate Tauриэль then?
No.
Because if you're that much of a fan, it's okay if
No,
you're
it's
not.
not.
If you're against it.
The character is so well written. I mean, it is. It's a beautiful character, and how it's filmed. Peter Jackson is just a genius.
He really is. He really is. And working with him, you can feel it. There's this chaos that happens when you're working on one of his sets, and there were moments where I would turn to Orlando and I would go, "Was it like this on Rings?" And you go, "Yeah, don't worry, it'll turn out great," because it's like you slipped into the mind of a genius, and you get blown around in there, and it's craziness. But that's how you kind of know something great's happening, is through this intelligent chaos.
It's like you're in a laboratory and things are bubbling.
Yeah.
And stuff is going on.
Exactly
And is Peter an actor's director? Would you call him that?
No, I wouldn't. I don't think he would call himself that either. I think he really loves all of the effects, and he loves the editing, and he loves the gore and he's really into all that stuff. But that's not to say he's not. You know, I really enjoyed being directed by Peter, and I think the reason I enjoyed it is probably because he's not an actor's director, because I don't really take my job that seriously. I think we're playing house for a living, and we have to all be honest with ourselves about that. And I don't think Peter takes actors that seriously, and so it was a good mix, because him and I would just take the piss, and we'd just make jokes and have a great time and laugh about everything, and that really helps me give my best performance because I'm at ease. Whereas when somebody treats it really with a lot of reverence, I go, oh my God, like suddenly the pressure's on, and if I don't do it right, they're going to be really and I get nervous. So Peter was the perfect director for me.
Well, here's the thing. I'm watching the film and I'm watching you do this ballet. How much choreography is involved in that? And are you a dancer? Tell me about that part of it.
Everyone that has picked up on that, because one of the first things that the stuntmen said when they started working with me is, you used to be a dancer. And I said, I didn't used to be a dancer. And they wouldn't believe me. It was a constant argument. For a year, they kept trying to convince me that I used to be a dancer. And I saw it must have been in another life or something, because we ended up designing Tauриэль's fighting style somewhat around my style of motion, and that is very dancerly. So we had to find a stunt double who had a history in dance so that she could move like me, because everyone in the stunt world wasn't really moving like me, and that was something that I really enjoyed. And there's this old Chinese style of two-dagger fighting that is incredible to watch, and it is like watching a hummingbird. You know, there's this flitting and this spinning and this motion that's very quick and hard to sort of follow, but it always follows these circular motions, and I really wanted that for Tauриэль. I wanted her to follow these sort of natural, almost, DNA-like circular motions, because it felt like it was the right thing for her. And then when visually we got to see it on the screen with that long wig trailing behind her in these great big loops, I was like, oh my God, I love it. I was really happy with it.
Thank you so much. I could talk to you for 5 more hours.
Okay.
And we should.